Hello. All right. Let's get going. We don't want to make time become a problem. Shall we get to it? I don't know if the bug is going to screw this up, but I figured I would rather try it than not. If it causes a drop, so be it. Mm-hmm. I'll be honest, this doesn't seem laggy at all. I don't know if it's a PC client benefit. We seem to just be cooking. Banjo with the 37 months. Thank you. Been fine for you on iOS. You are definitely alone in that, I believe. I appreciate you, man. No, just stop. Just stop. You're not that guy. Load him out. All right. We are off. Management is fighting. About 9 Kenosage. Delta's not really having an effect on us. Like, this is about what I expected for Delta. This is normal Delta behavior, not whatever the fuck I've been hearing all the horror stories and passing them to CG. Actually, no. Thank you for the 60 months with Prime. Your first R10 was Bane, but not sure what the next R10 will be. Let's talk about R10 today. Should we do today or tomorrow? Should we save it for content for tomorrow? Maybe let's see how today goes, and if there's good fodder for tomorrow, then we can talk about it today. But otherwise, we should save some to keep the between days meaty. Prime, thank you for the bits. All right, what are we looking at here? The man is plagued. The man is not near ults. All right, how soon is too soon? Wait, but that means his plague is now because he just the plague just lost its turn duration, right? Only a 63. I don't know if I played that right. I'm pretty sure I did not. What do you do? Not much, it would appear. Just about all R9s on the Ray side. Go to R7 tomorrow. I don't expect it to matter, but given the freaky shit going on, maybe I should be afraid of rails. What are you gonna do? Bug me? Something like that doesn't seem too bad. But I do kind of like the Mara cooldown increase, decrease, whatever increase. Yeah. It's just nice. Alright, so this is Ezra plus GK, right? So we are slamming AoE on the opener. It is what it is. Alright, we are waiting on Mace. We do need to be careful about getting the shocks out. Wait, why are you inspired? Okay, she's still inspired. Just make sure you stay compliant. Yeah, that's about as expected. R7 tomorrow. Chilling as per usual. We will save the next grenade. Oh my god, he's for sale. I lied, I'm fucking taking it now. Oh, he's unlocked. Nah, it's still value, still value, still value. We take those. Ma'am? I'll let them all out. Cal lock is off. GK lock is off. How did you just get Mace Taunt with fucking shock on you? Excuse you? I was yapping too much. I was not paying attention. We did not get ults. That's -5. Fucking rip. -4. Just kidding. Game? I hate to say it, but I might still just be supposed to be on Leia, I guess, this shit. Easier as it may be. I mean, DV Crown will give them more armor, but I don't imagine it to be impactful here. Give me the buff immunity. This is the Dispel, right? For critical sword, he is full health. Maz is about to cleanse, though. Classic. I mean, the Wiggled AoE is kind of making it stutter, but I don't know. I think we might be okay today. The PC beta carries. PC beta saves. Alright, pay the blood price, I suppose. We should almost undersize this, but we already know the opponent has attacked, so we could be lazy. I really hope that the stranger lets me put Leia back on defense. Seems like it might be the easiest route out right now. Oh wait, I didn't do TM. Whoopsie. Why is my R2 so slow? Why did he just do 260k? Was it just like a super low relic watt? Oh wait, there's no Ezra, so there's no fucking isolate to worry about. Right. Right. I'm doing it anyway. Man, fuck, we should have run Leia tanks. I feel a bit dumb to be ending Drogon's stealth already. Don't worry about it. Alright, we can just wrap this shit up now, please. Just keep it nice and quick and simple and easy, and you don't need to bleed, and just get it done. 64, how? Was Jin not actually full protection? I thought she was. I thought we had it. Eh. Alright. I do have it. They are back in a safe neutral order. And the opponent does not believe in OG Hondo on this squad. So be it. You have chosen your fate. We do have the Axie down. We might as well just get rid of that shit. Wrecker. Did you just give them all the good shit? Alright. Reset back on Vayne. I'm sorry. What? Good enough. 64. Bit of a weird wrinkle, I will be honest. Not exactly what I expected. Oh, it's a KMGM1. Okay. A possible true believer. No crit damage. Unfortunate. How about the GMI? Not quite. I mean, hey. He's rocking the comp at the very least, right? Even if they don't have the specialized mods, it's still free value, right? Can't be bad. Editor's note, I would suggest getting your GMI over on health primaries, though, just to cash in the cam. It's more offense than offense primaries by a lot. Dude, I just want to use Saw against every fucking squad here, just about. Is that crazy to say? Let me at him. Space cam delayed? Is it? Test. It looks like the answer is yes, but I don't know why. I don't know if I can do anything about that. Is it delayed on YouTube? Test. It is, but again, I don't know what to do about that. Time is less of a factor now, but it could become a factor if something goes south. Let me just try closing some shit. Free up some memory. Alright. Let's try this. If it doesn't work here, I'm just gonna say fuck it. You'll just have to imagine. That looks faster. Yeah, I think we're good. Like I said, with your imagination. The QA crown is what? I kinda wanna do the fucking 3-man. I kinda wanna do it. Am I enjoying the updates? I think a lot of it's pretty bad, but I'm kind of just taking the good and not stressing the rest. Relic Delta is bugged, or there's a damage bug. I don't know if it's caused by Relic Delta, because it seems to be happening even when like you could have a better Delta and still get nuked. I mean, it's probably caused by Relic Delta being added to. I don't fucking know. It's above my pay grade, but I don't know. Not a big fan of Coliseum. We can talk about it after, to be honest. Someone reminds me. Do we underman this? I feel like if we do, I feel like we're in this sort of range. We're looking for this sort of combo. The Qui-Gon camp is scarier, but they aren't fully optimized, so they are respectable, but not devastating. I don't know if a 33 speed gap would make up for. Well, wait, no, I would go first with LSTM, right? Would I not? Actually, I don't know if we want to go first. Wouldn't we be happier dispelling this stealth or some shit? Whatever, man. We got a pretty big batter budget, right? We have a lot of teams left in the chamber. Could we perchance risk a battle since we're attacking second? Enjoy the day. Fuck it. Send him. I want to see it. This is what I was talking about. If we attack second, we get a bit of budget to play with. Alright, we were nowhere close. No, we were close. It's because I didn't take TM. Why did you just interrupt me? Because of path health threshold, probably. We need Saw to go, man. Drop the bomb. You seen the boy, but here's the man. All right. I don't know if it's unfair to question whether Captain Rex needs to be here either. He might not need to be here. Alright, we could use some relic, or not relic repair, fucking healing. Rex, if you're gonna be here, do the damn thing. It's always for W2. Has he not earned it? Are you not entertained? $67. Alright, if we didn't bring Captain Rex, we wouldn't have full protection, so that would still be a 66. My giant Coliseum. We'll talk about it after GAC. In the interest of time. But the TLDR is now. And the criticisms are very easy to make. The one thing I will say about Coliseum is everyone free to play gets to level 65 by the end of the era. So if you just say fuck the monetization and just chill, because Relic 10 isn't that good either. Relic, okay, think of it this way. How many people thought R9 was worth chasing? As far as I'm aware, most people did it. Relic 10 is way smaller than R9. So falling behind on R10, like R10 is not a world ender. So you could literally just treat this update almost as a non-update. As long as, you know, if you might need to do some roster repair. If you have any units that are possibly looking at like R4 or R5 Relic Delta, you'll want to bring them within 3. It's free value, man. Coliseum existing, yes, it's frustrating right now. Yes, it's not clear how you're supposed to get to 65. But if you just trust that you get to 65, show up, check in, do your battles, upgrade your characters. It's like 2-3 minutes a day, and walk out with way the heck more than you would have had otherwise. Like, the big thing for the mode is it is a major paradigm shift in that you are leveling up a lot more slowly, seemingly. I don't think it should be as... It seems like it's backloaded. I saw someone say that like the data mine showed where it all came from. I haven't seen that yet, so I have no idea where it comes from. But assuming that it's backloaded, it would be good if it was made apparent in-game. The best thing to be said about the new update is that you can ignore it. The best thing to be said about the new update is that it helps free-to-play players catch up to endgame. It gives you a fuck ton of gear for free. And you just ignore the monetization part of it. And you still come out ahead. Like, R10... It's like, if you're worried about R10, you could go swap one mod on your character and you would pick up almost as much value as R10 gives you. It's like 130 not percent. It's like 130 offense to attackers. That is less than a mod with 4 rolls on flat offense. All right? Are we losing sleep over 130 offense? R10 seems like decent for tanks still, but it's almost like 60-65% of R9. I get that it's a shiny new toy, but we know how this shit goes. CG will make it more available over time. Right now, people are out there spending hundreds of dollars to give their attackers 130 offense. You end up ahead just for not interacting with that shit. What are we doing? We're holding a lot of shit. Not a lot, but enough. I forget, did I do Balin versus Jim earlier this season? Let me see my history. Me 5v5 offense. I want to say we did. Did we undersize it? Dude, I just needed to, like... I was never into the whole, like, solo-based counter sheet thing. I might need to, like, take notes of, like, proven stuff for anti-cheese. Oh yeah, we did Zalbar Vandor, but the Vandor seemed kinda unnecessary. And there's no Saw, right? So there's not necessarily anything to have to worry about for Balin. Yeah, this is probably correct then. Let us try the 4. Yeah, I don't know. Do I wish the mode was more fun? Yeah. Do I wish the mode was fun at all? Yeah. The monetization is like insanely overpowering. It strips any strategy out. The way, the quote that I've been carrying in my head ever since my first impression is Coliseum feels like a Relic 10 auction house where you play a marquee battle to send your bid in. It's not a flattering first impression. It's like, okay, from that aspect, like, I don't think it's worth getting caught up in the rat race. Like, all of that is just not ideal. But there is good stuff to look at it in it. Merrick, I need to slow down. My Balin is not very thought out. I just realized it's probably Night Trooper Kron, and they did get the Bless on Night Trooper. That bodes dubiously. What are you gonna do? Shoot me? Very well, Zalbar. You did your best. I'm not entirely sure if you needed to be here, but you gave it your all. You left it all on the court. You have fun with the new mode? Some of the Zephyr one at least kind of felt like a puzzle encounter. It was just like unfortunate that the moment that you started to think like, okay, there's kind of some encounter design here, there's some stuff to think about, you ram your face into the score cap. It's like, well, all right. Oh, right. There's more to try. Those stickers are great for free to play. Those things are fucking nuts. I am very glad they exist. Here's the thing. At the end of the day, you want to know my opinion? There is shit that I hope doesn't get thrown out with the bathwater. Because in the past, the community, when it gets outraged, tends to harm itself. Right? Just look at what happened with assault battles turning into air battles. That's a lot of rewards that the community could have been getting. That now only goes to Krakens, and I think that's a goddamn shame. Because I want people to be able to catch up. I want more players to be able to reach the end game. It's pretty fun. I'm having a blast this season. I've been having a blast the last few seasons. We need some fresh blood. Are you cool? It seems like a possibly bad idea. No, anyway. I mean, we could have just done Malgus Bane if we really wanted, but that's not the fucking point, is it? You fuck off. Alright. Where were we? It's whatever Babash to change when Rilocron dusts. It really depends on use case. The turner that I have right now is kind of a safe neutral stance, but there is a better combo that I discovered a couple weeks ago. So it really depends on if I end up limit testing somewhere. See, they got the ramping offense that makes me a little bit nervous. Alright. The doubt is out. It just didn't spread at all. It's gone almost immediately. What the fuck? Excuse you? To just Poke Process turn 4. The reason for Omega to turn 2 originally was so that I could reset. Turn 1 was Crosshair Selfcast for -6 stacks, and then turn 2 was Omega Reset. So that he could finish off his self stacks. Turn 4 Smoke is the other line. It just didn't play well into Hondo. Alright, this shit just seems cursed. Do you all mind? Can we... Is the doubt spread resistible? Is that what's happening here? That sounds batshit. There's no fucking way. Why has it been successful in the past then? Shouldn't this have always been a non-starter? If that's just true. That seems crazy to me. I don't understand why it's a problem now, but it was fine before. Weird. I don't understand. That's crazy. All right. Just had FD slam this shit, maybe. Nothing here is Wampable, right? How DTMG would be. That's about the expected speed. All right, where were we? What does it do against Trench? Gungans. Yeah, sure. No watts. Oh, it's Boss Nass? I thought it'd be Boomadeer. I do kind of miss Tarples. You fucking rolled Deathmark on Django. Sure. Let's fuck my shit up. Good old Gungans. We're just gonna fail to kill anything without Tarples, huh? Alright. I'm glad we had this discussion. Keep up the good work. How little damage does he do? How could you be that bad? For a Separatist hard counter, holy fuck, they're not good at it. Yeah, it's up my foot. We're doing pretty well. Just looking to wrap this up. Got about 22 minutes. QA. Oh, you know what? We could have done Zuckus. No, I took mods off of everyone. Never mind. Just kidding. This was just a prank. Alright, we have QA. We did Bane. Who could we kill the last team with? Seer, I guess. Game is being updated shortly. Oh, QA has to go here. Right. I mean, we start off with the decoy, right? So Hondo can't really threaten us, that I can recall. Not the ideal level 2, but I don't hate it. What are you? Not 75% DR is what you are. Alright. Shall we do the honors? You know, I had to do it to him. I suppose we're supposed to kill OG Hondo on the suitor side of later? How do we wish to wrap this up? Why are you here? You know I had to do it to him. Part 2. Why are you here? Leave. Now. Alright. Make sure to equally split the damage, yeah. They have health delta mechanic. Though in my case, they basically just got rocked immediately, so I just one-shot one with POW AoE and then slammed into damage cap on the other. I don't know. Seriously, it has problems, doesn't it? Do I have to use a GL? I really don't want to use a GL. Do I have to? No. We don't. We did do one per crowd, didn't we? I'm sure that's fine enough. I'm glad we could get that sorted. Please undaze my pause at your earliest convenience. That was maybe undersizable. Alright, 15 minutes for ships. What could possibly go wrong? Game? Is anyone else having this issue? I'm like almost a little bit nervous now. Surely nothing bad will happen. Oh, we just have free reign. I'm gonna go for bags, but I'm feeling feisty. Oh, that's what I get for feeling feisty, huh? Just kidding, we're so fucking back. Never in doubt. Yeah. You made your point. Really? Please don't kill. Okay, now kill. You have my permission. Alright, so we have been doing this. In the interest of time and also not running out of fleets, I will bring him today because we don't need to worry about banners. But we will not bring him in unless absolutely required of us. We did just do it last time, right? We need the breach. Give me the breach. Wait, we have breach. We need the Falcon taunt. With the Houndstooth taunt. Same thing. Spread that shit. Absolutely not. Your hard work has not gone unnoticed. It's not the type of attention you want. Hey, what's up, ARJ? Who was my first R10? Mine is Merrin. Yeah, it's going pretty smooth. You too, man. I mean, I guess there is no you two. You already finished. How was yours? Nope. That gets us the death mark back. I suppose we do this. I kind of wanted to heal, but I guess we're gonna top off anyway, right? Am I overthinking it with this? I feel like I'm vaguely overthinking it with this. Can we get the fadeaway? Yep. Alright. Well, Piet steals a banner. Or, Xanadu steals a banner, but that would have been a 77. Alright. Same thing, we might as well just bring the suite, but let's try not to use it. Nice dodge. Nice dodge. I will just go fuck myself then. Heard. Int, take the foresight away. No scythe, but they do get the buff strip, which is annoying. That is 21 formation. Dear God. See, we already got TM off of you. I feel like. Okay, we have taunt up, so we can do this. The damage is just nuts. Will the basic push it under before? It is. That's a dead DFP. Alright. Banners. Not incredible, but only technically 2 full protection missing. Actually not that bad. A bit unpleasant. Good game to Danner. Alright, how did we do? Merrin, chilling. Took the pressure just fine. R10 felt good. Starkiller versus Reyes are fine. As versus Jabba, fine. Leia versus Ahsoka kind of overkill. Maz versus LV standard. Saw versus QA. Fuck, man, there's a part of it that really wants to go back to attacking second just so we can test more. I really think 2-man might actually not be insane. It might be doable. If the opportunity arises, if I remember, someone could remind me. Would be lovely. Bad Batch 2 against Pyro King Hondo. One fun. Queen up at all 3-man against Maz. One fun. Balin 4v5 against Great Mothers. Questionable. Okay, but they did kind of high roll. I mean, it's a 25% chance. They got the bless on Night Trooper with the Night Trooper Cron. I mean, you have to play it assuming that could happen, though, right? But whether or not it's Zalbar's fault for dying there, I don't know. Whether or not, you know... I guess think of it this way, right? What if that was Balin dying? If that was Balin dying, I just lose. So maybe Zalbar was actually quite nice there. Maybe I'm not giving enough credit. The problem is if he dies there, we maybe have to rethink because it's not going to be good banners. We're undersizing to try to get 66, so if he dies, it's a 63. That kind of just sucks. This thing, man. Okay. I'm looking right now. At R10 America. Very comfy. Merrin, weirdly enough, uses like all aspects of R10. Kind of the best out of everyone, except for crit chance. You. What the hell? These debuffs can't be resisted. Alright, so Malagos is just bugged. So, not necessarily his fault, I guess? Yeah, unfortunate, but it is what it is. It didn't cost us the match. We know we had test budget. Yeah, that does suck though. I guess we just cannot use that the rest of this week, pretty much. Is there any possible way that's not true? If we fight a normal Zori and we snipe Finn instead, maybe that works? Because they lose a lot of tempo if they don't have the fear, but I do not. Alright, let me get a timestamp. Alright, it was the second nuke. Oh, it was all the nukes, but second nuke was like the incident. Fuck, I just lost it. How do I timestamp live streams? YouTube doesn't just let me... Why does YouTube do this negative time shit? Oh my god, man. Maybe Twitch has my back. Twitch VODs behave relatively normally. Especially your Relic 3 Malicos to be weak as hell, but turns out great mouse to put on work. I was trying to tell people, man. Relic Delta is not a death sentence if you're a min-maxer. Or don't even have to be a min-maxer necessarily. You just have to put some thought about, like, okay, what am I worried about here? Am I worried about not being able to do enough damage, or do I need to worry about surviving? Right? You supplement where you think Relic Delta will impact you the most. This is why I was so intent on trying to help with the playtests. And everyone who was telling me to just say no to it are kind of fucking morons. No, man. If for Relic Delta to be sustainable, it needed to landed, in my opinion, in a space where it had a texture, and it was a variable you could not ignore, but it was surmountable if you wanted to underdog, right? That it wouldn't override the mechanics. Alright, where are we? Alright. I have it. Alright. What were some of the questions? I tried to wins me yet. I've seen the name go around. I haven't seen anything of it. Alright. Do you want to R10 your LV, JML, Ray, or Exile Ezra? I will be honest with you. My answer is kind of none of the above. Like, maybe Exile Ezra, but... Okay. Ask yourself this. What are you doing with your Ahsoka? What are you doing with your Exile Ezra? If you're putting Exile Ezra in Ahsoka, he's just gonna die to Leia. That is one of the hardest GL versus GL counters in existence. Ahsoka literally cannot outplay it. R10 is not going to change Leia taking a baseball bat to Ezra's head. He will do 5% less damage. And he will die all the same. Alright. I made a list originally before we knew what Relic 10 was. We could just, like, yap through this real quick. Okay, so the big things to know and take away are... Relic 10 is still decent for tanks. It's more incremental than R9, so, like... It's not, like, make or break, but if you're a min-maxer, if you're just trying to push the funny number, it's not bad in that respect. But the... Actually, let me... Do I still have this list? Let me pull up the old lists. Alright, this list was made before we actually knew what R10 gave, just that we knew it gave accuracy. And I assumed it would be 10, and I was right about it being 10. I kind of wish it was 12, just... You know, Throw us a bone for 2% evasion, but no, okay. I guess I see you. I mean, okay, in fairness, okay. There's a lot of moving parts here. The thing you need to know about Relic 10 is it kind of cancels itself out in a lot of ways. In some weird ways. Right? You get potency, you get tenacity. So if you have Relic 10 and they have Relic 10, there's no difference. That just cancels itself out. You get 10% crit chance and 10% crit avoid. It just cancels itself out if you have R10 and they have R10. Offense gains, not that great. Yeah, it's 140 here. 141 technically if you want to be. Is that a Task Force 141 reference? Yeah, look at the bulky gains here, right? 3,000 protection, 2,400 health. I mean, less than 4368. It's not much, right? So when we talk about what to R10, there are a few criteria. A, window of opportunity, timing attack. Unfortunately, Qui-Gon kind of ends up in this respect, right? The idea of Relic 10 giving Qui-Gon a 10% crit chance, holy shit, like, cinema. Insane value, right? Master Qui-Gon pretty high on the list for me. But you had to do it with the knowledge. It's not like Qui-Gon would be bad with it, right? And supports get a little bit more, right? This is, it's 4,500 health, so 450 offense before mods. It's a little bit extra scaling for Qui-Gon Cam, right? It's all not necessarily bad. But the reason that I would really be excited for it on top of the health for Cam conversion is the special crit chance. But the special crit chance has a timer on it. Will just go away eventually. So it's weird to contemplate in that respect, right? R10 Qui-Gon was high on my list of expected good R10s, and it is true. But it's less good in the ways that I thought it would be, and the way that it is good is temporary. As people start to get more Relic 10s, it will just not be as impactful as it was. To that end, C, I am interested in doing stuff like C soloing against Mace. So C is largely here for, well, C was supposed to be here just for the extra bulk, but as we kind of talked about, right? The extra bulk kind of just isn't there. So you're really just in it for the, like, slight extra bulk, the GL passive, plus like Relic Delta 1, 5% damage reduction, and hoping that just kind of greases the C versus Mace 69 wheels a bit. I thought I was going to do C first. I guess in retrospect, it's good that I didn't, because I haven't really seen Mace, now that I think about it. But that's kind of why I check it out on it, right? Luthen, I mean, as you saw today, the real Drogon is doing some really cool shit. So Luthen's just on the list because it's very, very good strat transference, right? It's all useful to him if we want to limit test the squad. If we were to consider 2 men, getting 68 banners against Queen Amidala would be very funny to me. Yeah, like the offense gains are minimal here. It's just trying to slightly push more, you know, the plus 5,000 protection gets increased by, I think, 50% or whatever it was. We push that with mods. Yeah. Right. Most of my Relic 10 investments, I am trying to use to push me, to enable me to do things that I could not do before. Crosshair, that 10% accuracy, everything else that I talked about with Relic 10 canceling itself out, accuracy doesn't. that accuracy is permanent. The Bad Batch 2 combo that I was talking about earlier with Crosshair, it actually, believe it or not, technically had a 10% chance to low roll. Right? Crosshair had a 10% chance to miss. Conveniently, 2 weeks later, Relic 10 is announced, giving 10% accuracy. That shit just plugs the hole. Yeah, Crosshair has a mention of, like, his Relic level equals 10% extra damage for having it. Like, yeah, cool. That's not what I'm about. The extra accuracy on Crosshair, that's some cool real shit. Spirit is... Look, man, Ahsoka is aware that Grey Brothers exist now, kind of on a broad scale. People just aren't really interested in posting GM food. Maybe when the weakest TM goes, if light side are exposed. But I'll be honest, like, the new set has light side bulk, right? And Ezra could probably ego check Spirit in that scenario. I don't know if that's what you want to be doing. That shit does not sound safe. Right? Like, GM versus Ahsoka, I think it's just gonna kind of end up being opportunistic against bad Ahsokas. Of course, like, if they get a dark side TM or some shit, that might help them go over the top too. But, I mean, still, right? Even if you have an easy way to do that, if they just ego check you, that might just be enough. But yeah, Wrecker 2, Bad Batch 2 lives or dies by the Wrecker quality. And as I said, Wrecker 10. Relic 10. I guess I buried the lead there a little bit. Yeah. Wrecker 2, extremely good tank. Maybe not the best tank, that probably goes to Vayne, but one of the best tanks. So Relic 10 on Wrecker. I also feel quite good. I still feel relatively fine about that positioning. Omega is the same principle. Quite unsure. How? I mean, I guess you're just doing it for the 5% delta, but I'll be honest, man. I don't know. That seems lesser value. Treya, crit chance, timing attack, extremely useful. Talon, relatively true as well. How do we annotate this as being in question? Italics. Morgan, sure. Malgus, more or less sure. Chimere, dude. Relic 10 Chimere. It's such a small gain. I don't know. I don't know if the answer is yes. I think it might be no. Talon, yes, though, probably, I think. Italics doesn't mean no. Italics just means in question. JL, sure. Queen Amidala, the decoy inherits her relic level, so it would still technically get support stats plus relic delta. So if you're looking to undersize, I mean, R10 Queen Amidala, it's not a earth-shattering thing, but it'll buy you a little bit more stall. And sometimes we've had some spicy fights where the stall was nice. I don't think she's high priority, but she would be nice to have on this list, kind of where she's at. JKL. Okay, the problem is I have anxieties, so I am interested in doing JKL lead undersizes. If anything, I probably could have done one today, and I didn't think to do it. We'll get it against Trench. Fuck, oh well, whatever. I did not do Luminara after all. I mean, I did do Luminara because I did do JML, so I guess, fuck, whatever. Hey, it's fine. It's so, like, small incremental, but just to try to eke out as much out of JKL as possible, because it's basically the JKL show, and that makes me very nervous. He's not high priority, but sure, we'll get to him eventually. Balin, I almost think should be higher. Especially if you want to get into 3v5s. Jabba. I don't know, man. That fight today went so fucking fun. Like, I would not mind jazzing up my Jabba someday just to try to, like, I don't know, maybe put some nicer pressure out, but I don't think it's, I don't know. Grabosido timing attack like Qui-Gon, if anything, he's probably bumped up. But again, we're doing Amidala 3-mans. We're just not playing with GMY that much. It's simultaneously, knowing that it gives 10% crit chance, I would rank it higher, but knowing my playstyle, I would rank it lower, because we're just not going to use it as often, I guess. Isn't OG Hondo technically interested in the crit chance? It's still not that bad. I would maybe leave it there. Silva really doesn't... Silva's only there for survivability. It doesn't gain all that much. JML... Seeing how little it does for everyone else, JML could maybe be higher, but, I mean, we didn't even use them today. Not to say we couldn't, but... Krisan is kind of whatever to me. I think, yeah, Jabba higher priority than Krisan is just true. BT1 becomes a lot better. But, dude, a lot of the intrigue for BT1 is going to depend on how good Afra's protection region becomes with IG90. I don't think it's going to be that good, unfortunately. The fact that IG90 is the one who has to get hit, I think is just not the droid we're looking for. Yeah, like SLK R10 just sounds incredibly mid. Bane is maybe a different story just because you're 2-manning, so like you kind of just want the extra damage security sometimes, especially if the next scary FTC comes out where SLK or Bane have to like try to tough it out sometimes. Those two characters have had to walk into the shit and weather the storm, right? Turples and Bombardier both actually struggle on crit chance. I am very iffy on Gungan undersizes, but if we had real intent of using Gungans at any point, I mean, it satisfies the conditions, right? The 10% crit chance would be a brief timing window to just make your Gungans a lot better. Because yeah, if you want to try to get them to 100% crit chance to make those AoEs do some real shit, it is a pain in the butt, let me tell you. Did CG say that they didn't like that R9 wasn't making characters much better with such a high investment? The R10 does the same. I think the idea is... So, this is all just speculation, but if you look at the fact that R10 is like a half of R9 and the Relic Delta exists on top, I think 12 months pass and we'll probably be talking about R11. Yeah, like Wolfman said. Yeah, we were on not Relic 9 for the longest time. So if Relic 10 plus Relic 11 is slightly larger than Relic 9, I think CG went to this because, yeah, we were just trapped on Relic 9 forever. CG didn't know what to do, so they fleshed out a system that allows things to scale up at a steady pace. Malicos is tricky, man. Malicos, I mean, he gains so little, but just by sheer virtue of kind of feeling ambivalent on everything else, he might end up being higher. Like, Malicos probably ends up around here. Especially if we're doing undersizes, if we're doing, like, Seer Malicos +1, right? We really just want to make sure that the boy can take hits. It's not a good investment. It's small. But, I mean, it's almost the Night Sister versus Jabba theory, right? We just need to make sure Malicos can take his shit. Does R10 affect ships? Yes. S24 would also benefit a lot from the crit chance, actually. I mean, well, but he isn't getting profit, does he? Yeah, S24 would work well. Probably about like that. Hey, baby boys. All right. Yeah, a lot of the list feels intact. I'm like maybe iffy about Spirit. Like Spirit could maybe show. It's probably just for GM versus Ahsoka if those opportunities pop up and you're just trying to make sure your Spirit's as good as possible. The extra accuracy technically doesn't help, but I mean you're already at full accuracy, right? So it'd only really be there for R10 Ezra. The downside is to treat miss skills with the ally you call and you hate that. Yeah, that's why. Like, if you do JML, in my opinion, you should just do JCal as a package deal, right? Because typically you funnel lessons calls to the riposte anyway through JCal. So by having JCal R9 or R10, the default play pattern just kind of works out with Relic Delta anyway. You know. But yeah, regarding Coliseum, I'm kind of just restarting the client. My shard is relatively chill, so I'm just doing my best to like stay at 10 for as cheap as possible. And so far it's been pretty possible. Your shard has a lot of whales. Yeah, it's I mean, like, I've got like 10 Alyssa 10 complaints with the mode, but the randomness of era shards determining your reward income is just a beyond horrible feeling. Like, when an era ends and a new era starts, I'm not going to be looking forward to the era. I'm going to be dreading what type of shard I'm going to get next. Is kind of the vibe that I'm on right now. Like, competitive PvE, I don't think it's necessarily a bad idea. Even like the era on the Coliseum isn't necessarily a bad idea, but the monetization is way too just dominating everything. The era shard leaderboard just feels very, very bad to interact with. It's Galaxy of Heroes has been focusing lately on disjointing your activity period from when the rewards are determined. But this basically brings it back where if you really want to be a gremlin, you should save your best score until like 1 to 2 minutes before it ends, so that way you have the best shot at grabbing. It's literally just take all of your experience from Heroic Sith Raid back in the day and fighting over Heroic Sith Raid for 10th place. It's the same shit. You drop 20 places in Air Shard in the last 30 minutes. Yeah, but those people are fucking up. You should not be doing it in the last 30 minutes. You should be doing it in the last 1 to 2 minutes. This is a mix of Heroic Sith Raid theory as well as Arena Shard theory, right? I mean, depending on, you know, if you do it with 1 minute left and it turns out, oh shit, the run wasn't actually good enough or more people jumped up than I thought, then you would be shit out of luck. You would need to technically post it like 2 or 3 minutes left to have leeway to like run it back. But it kind of depends on the day and the boss as well, right? But yeah, you all kind of get what I'm saying, right? I mean, I think everyone agrees on this, that it kind of just sucks. It's goofy that my shard is chill while other shards are just like hell. Of course I'm grateful, but like 3 months are gonna pass, and I'm sure that wheel will change. I'm just no longer earning R10. And if CG's perception is, oh, well, you're just going to be tempted to spend now that you're in a harder shard. No. No, I'm not. It literally turns me off of the idea of spending money. The worst parts of this game's history, the reason why I hate ships so much is because it drives a spend war. And of course, CG would not mind if a spend war happens. But it just creates a horrible feeling for everyone. I just avoid that shit actively now. That's why I'm... You're telling me Coliseum gives me free shit, and like I'm in a chill shard so I can just drop some crystals and end up in a relatively okay spot. You know, grab the top 10 for pretty minimal investment and then just fuck off. Yeah, I'm done. Everything that I have done in my shard has been to try to defuse a spend war. Because the moment that a spend war happens, I'm out. Fuck that shit. Why would I do it? I'm not trying to yuck anyone's yum, but I feel like if you're fighting for rank 1 on the leaderboard, why? There is no point in going for rank 1. It's literally just an indication of spending. There is zero skill expression. You would have had to spend 40, 50 to stay in top 10. I mean, I've had to spend like 15, I want to say. 15 or 20. I don't know if I would end up going as far as you do. It really just depends on how excited you are for R10, I guess. And how much disposable you have. For me, there is some fun stuff we will try with R10. But I see this as a marathon, not a sprint. I don't see R10 as cataclysmic. I'd take the long view. If we assume that a year, I guess it could be less than a year, but probably a year from now, R11 happens. R10 is a function to get ready for R11 because R11 combined with R10 will probably be nice to have for certain characters. Right? If R10 is unimpressive to me, R10 plus R11 is like, okay, you know, sure. Right? R10 plus R11 is functionally basically R9. And R9 is expensive, yeah, but I have had a relatively good experience overall with R9. I like what it does for tanks. I like what it does for certain characters, and this is R10 plus R11 would be spicy R9. It would be R9, but I get crit chance, crit avoidance, tenacity, potency, all stats that I've done heavy theory crafting with. Yeah, fucking sign me the fuck up. I'm good. Yeah, I'm down. Let's do it. So, we shall see. I guess the awkward thing about R10 or R11 though is that the RD3 line becomes relegate. But I assume when the R11 comes out, then the needle will shift. I mean, CG is basically, they have figured out a rhythm, right? I mean, just look at what's happening with the raid store. New tier comes out, all the tiers shift down 1 currency cost. Like, so R8 becoming the way to contest R11 would probably not even be that bad at that point, right? Weird to conceive. But I mean, it sounds scalable. Like, everything I just said doesn't sound like nightmarish. So the only thing I'm unsure of, Schnookums, is because everything is tiered out, and CG has already said everyone is expected to get to level 65 by the end of the era. Does that just mean that anything you bought early on will just be kind of wasted because at the end of the era you'll just have that shit left over? I guess maybe it goes to Mall, or... That's a good-ass question. I should ask that question. Does all characters to level 65 free-to-play include Mall? I don't know. Interesting thought. I'll have to ask. Alright. I do have some errands to run, though. I think I will call it a there. But yeah, thanks everyone for hanging out. Solid first round. Had some fun fights. Saw Luthen, man. Hell of a team. They only continue to get better and better with age. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Peace.